Hey guys, it's Sam Latrice, and I decided to do the Ancestry kit, the Ancestry DNA kit, just to see where I'm from and just, just a little bit about myself. So basically it took about 3 weeks for the kit to come, and I just spit into a bottle and I mixed it up solution and I sent it over to them, and it took about 6 weeks to come back with my results. They email you the results, and I got my results yesterday and I have not looked at them. So yeah, this is going to be my first time looking at it. Whew, let's get right into it. So, okay. All right. Okay, so of course, I am 91% African. Okay, I am 26% Cameroon, Congo. That's cool. 18% Benin, Togo, 17% Mali, Mali, 15% African Southeastern Bantu, 9% Senegal, and 3% Ghana, 2% Nigerian, and 1% Africa South Central Hunters and Gatherers. Okay, and then I am 9% European, which is not a shocker because mostly every African American person has European in them from the slave days. The only way you're probably not going to have any kind of European in you is if, you are directly from Africa, like your parents are from Africa, your great-grandma directly from Africa. Other than that, expect to have some European in you. It's the sad truth, and it makes me like sad because it's not nothing. I don't think it's really like something to be proud about because back in the day they were doing so much horrible things to us and raping us and everything, and that's probably why we have this European in us, because of what the slave masters did to our ancestors, the rapes and all that kind of things. And it's just very hard, and it just, that really brings me down, and I just feel so, I hate that. I didn't expect to get emotional, like I did not expect that, but anyway. Anyway, let's get back to my results because that was just weird. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so European, I am 9% European. 5% Ireland. Oh, 5% Ireland. I'll tell you about that later. 5% Ireland, 1% European East, 1% Scandinavia, 1% Great Britain, and 1% Iberian Peninsula, which I guess like Spanish or whatever. Yeah, Spanish, I think. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. I'm only 91% African and 9% European. So I'm really glad that I did this because it kind of just sheds light. A lot of people always ask me, oh, are you mixed, blah blah blah, this and that, because of, I guess, my hair, that I have a lot of hair and that it's curly, even though to me it's kinky and it's snappy and I love it. But ignorant people look at my hair and they're like, oh, you have to be mixed with something. According to the DNA results, I am 91% African and only 9% European, and 9% is not anything, so I'm not mixed with nothing, okay? So all this hair is pure African, you get me? Anyway, but the 5% Ireland, that's pretty cool because Irish people, I know that they were slaves as well. And I think a lot of like Irish and black people married and everything like that. But I also know that there were Irish slave owners. So, yeah, I don't really know what happened back in the day, but I just hope that my ancestors just married, the Irish, and they weren't, slaves to them. So, oh, and one thing I noticed about all of the I guess countries that I'm from in Africa, it's cool because if you look at the picture, that's primarily where it was. And that's where all of the slave ports, that's where most of the slave ports were. They were in the West. Like in the West right there. So that's crazy because, you know, it does confirm that my ancestors were most likely, of course, slaves. So my ancestors, they went through so much for me to be here and to be where I am right now. So that's pretty cool. Like, shout out to them because they've been through so much. And also another thing that's cool about Ireland, I know that some of the people in my family, I've seen pictures at my grandma's house of people in my family with orange hair. They're black and they have like orange natural hair. So that's another pretty cool thing. So it's just really cool just digging in your history. It's really cool. And you know, I say everybody go get the DNA test because it's just cool to see who you are, where you came from, and it just everything starts to make sense, you know. So that's it for the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.